All right, then. Now it's about time for us to take our segment dedicated to our friends at Lush Hair. Yes, indeed. Now, they're a very interesting brand, and today they've sent over a very interesting lady, the one and only Joy Adesanya. Now, she is the CEO of Braiding Vault and Braiding Vault Signature, and she is amazing. She's one of those power-packed women that just set their mind to something and make it happen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Titi. How are you?
All right, then. So the Braiding Vault, when you hear that name, it just exudes a lot of power and passion. And then you hear braids.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to talk to us about how that all started.
So the idea came to me last year, January.
Okay.
And it was basically an idea that was birthed from going to the salons and realizing that there wasn't a niche catered for braiding.
Okay.
So when you go to a salon, everybody's kind of doing everything. There's jacks of all trades. Okay. And I wanted there to be a hub that people could go to and it could just focus on braiding.
Okay.
You go in, you get your braids done and you get out on time. And that is basically how the Braiding Vault came about.
Okay. So this is just, it's different from just having an average salon.
Yes.
You probably had to put some things in place that other people wouldn't have thought about when setting up a salon. What are those key things that were different?
For us, what was different is I think a lot of people are used to having different things in their salons.
Okay.
So for us, it was trying to keep it as minimal as possible because the focus really is the hair and trying to celebrate our heritage through the concept, through the design. So there was a lot of ironwork, there was a lot of minimal interior that had to go into place. So I didn't spend the overheads that a normal salon will spend.
Okay.
I actually spent less, but still got a really fantastic result.
Now, we've heard quite a lot about your establishment, but then when you think braids, a lot of us just think, oh, yeah, you get the attachment and you go over to the salon and then you sit down and they make the hair for you. Is this still the process, or is there something different about what you do?
For us, what we do is we sell the customer service experience.
Okay.
Africans, black people, we associate braids with pain because growing up, it was painful, it was timely. And so the older we get, we tend to like divert to like weaves and other things that are kind of quick. So for me, what I wanted to do is create a pain-free experience in the shortest time possible. So if you've got the experience of braiding for 7 hours, we want to braid your hair in 3 hours, comfortable as possible, AC, nice chairs, nice environment, and we've been able to do that successfully.
I'm so glad to hear that because, you know, I had some really tough experiences as a child. I know some ladies out there probably remember when they sat by the gutter, you know, they sat on a wooden stool and they used a nail to line their hair and, you know, there were all sorts of body odor issues. Let's leave that aside. You're working with Lush Hair. What sort of relationship do you have?
Lush Hair have been phenomenal in their partnership with us. They've really encouraged us in terms of visibility and given us the right products to engage with our clientele. We currently only stock Lush Hair in both our salons. And the colors that they have, the texture of their hair is also amazing. A lot of clients suffer from chemical reactions that have been put in synthetic hair. So there's a lot of itchiness, there's a lot of breakout in the scalps. And we find that with Lush Hair, that is significantly reduced. So we don't get the complaints we get like with other brands. And that's why we're sticking with them.
All right, then. So is it that they supply you or there's a special rate when I come to your place? I don't know. Talk to us. What's the secret?
The secret is that they supply us the extension at a fantastic rate. At a rate that they're not probably giving anybody else. And they do it on a continuous basis. They also give us other forms of visibility, partnership in terms of trying to reach young girls that are not motivated and want to do something, maybe braiding school and things like that. We've partnered with them and we've got a lot of engagement that will come out over the next few months.
So earlier on, I mentioned that, you know, amazing women are doing great things like filling, you know, spaces, a gap that needed to be filled. But I'm wondering how you believe your relationship with Lush Hair can take your efforts to the next level.
So it's women empowerment for me is very important, especially in this part of the world, because you tend to do a lot of things by yourself. You don't really have the backing of the government or the banking system. So it's great when you get the B2B connection, when you get businesses that come on board, they want to empower you, they want to take you to the next level. And I find that with Lush Hair, they're very engaged and very concerned about how we run our business, how we engage with women, and how we can transform them and make them feel confident and make them feel beautiful.
There have to have been some bumps in the road. You know, it can't have just been this rosy. I know you say you've been doing this for a year now. So talk to us about some of the challenges you've had.
The biggest challenges that you have in Nigeria, I think number one would be power and water. It's been a big issue for us, especially because you're running a salon. So power has to be consistent, and clean water is very important for the washing of hair. Also, client satisfaction. I mean, you can't please everybody, to be quite honest. But we've got a fantastic customer feedback rate. Maybe out of 100%, I would say 95%. So we've been doing that effectively well. And I think for me, those are the two major challenges. Running a business in Nigeria is challenging in itself. But with consistency and perseverance, I think...
But don't you think that has something to do with your personality? Do you think it's something you especially give to the business? What's different about what you personally give to it that other people do not have?
I run my business like it's family orientated. So from housekeeping right up to management level, everybody's treated the same. We are one team. There is no hierarchy. There is nobody walking around like the boss. You can catch me in my salon sweeping or assisting with the braiding. So for me, I think when you invest in people, you tend to get success rather quickly, because people make a business. So I always say to my team, teamwork makes the dream work. Without them, there wouldn't be an us. So I think that's what's different from me and probably a lot of other people.
I'm thinking about this team that you've been able to develop, that braid hair, for instance, they braided this in 3 hours. I've got so many great comments about my hair, and I'm thinking there must be some kind of training process, some kind of mentorship you're giving. Can you talk to us about that?
So it's something that's funny enough. When I had my strategy meeting yesterday, something that we discovered that is one of our trade secrets, how we invest in our staff. It's very important. We have low staff retention, which is absolutely fantastic. Most of the people that started with me last year, March, they're still on the books, and they don't plan to go anywhere. It's just the little touch, taking extra time to listen to what your employees need and providing it for them, and providing an environment that's conducive where they can thrive and they believe that they can grow as well. So I can't say everything, because then I'll be giving away my secret recipe.
Of course. A big shout out to our friends at Lush Hair, of course. I'm thinking about the hair on your head right now. This is Lush Hair you're wearing?
Yes, this is Lush Hair I'm wearing.
Okay. And now the texture of Lush Hair, do you believe it's easier for your staff to use than others?
Yes.
You know, there's some challenges with some other brands.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'm not going to mention the other brands' names.
Of course.
But what we find with Lush Hair is that it's the tangle-free, easy braid, and easy to seal with the hot water as well. And a lot of clients have also complimented the lightness of the hair, which is very important, because synthetic hair carries a lot of weight. So clients like long hair, they like big braids. They necessarily don't want the weight associated with it. So I find that with Lush extensions, it's a lot lighter and easier to carry. And it has this natural shine to it. So right now it looks like I've got hair sheen on my hair, but no, it's the natural shine of the extensions.
This is the natural shine.
This is the natural shine of the extension.
I think it's amazing what you're doing, what you've been able to achieve. Thank you so much for coming to share with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And well, here's to more success at Braiding Vault.
Thank you so much.
A big shout out to our friends once again at Lush Hair for coming on board this one. And yeah, we're going a little more Afrocentric with our braiding of our hair across TVC these days. And you should check that out too. We're going to be taking a quick break and be back with more. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.